Link. I'm the project manager for the Supervising for Zero Hunger Learning program and for the Leading for Zero program as well. With me on the call is Vaishnavi Kopolu. She's helping out with the management of the program and providing us technical assistance. Priyaga. And so if you're hearing or if you're not seeing the slides, please say so in the chat. And speaking, this webinar will take an hour. We'll be reading out anything that you write in the chat. That's for people that may not be able to see for some reason or that are phoning in by phone so that they can also follow what we are doing. For anybody who does call in by phone or who has some trouble seeing the slides, we have sent you the slides yesterday. So I will read out what slide we're on so that you can follow. Firstly, this webinar will be recorded, as all webinars will be recorded, so that you can have another look at it, or if for some reason you were unable to make the webinar, that you can have a look and still follow it after the fact. So that sort of administrative aspects out of, I'd like to welcome you very much to this learning program. It's an program. We piloted it last year in RBN and had some great feedback. So I hope you would like to please ask mics on mute because otherwise there will be some background noise and it would to get to know each other. Audio is breaking a little bit, so I will try and slow down and also write my questions in the chat to get to know each other. Please, could you write your name and your location in the chat with other participants. So please, can you share your name and your location in the chat so we get to know each other? So we have William Hopkins, Livelihood Program Officer in Freetown, Sierra Leone. Well, I see that Amos Hutchinson from WFP Liberia is on the well. To have you here. I see there's more. So my name is Adamu Abdullahi from Abuja, Country Office, Nigeria. Right, WFP Nigeria. Kobua, Nigeria as well. So we have quite a few people from Nigeria. And Blessing Neji, Administrative Officer for the Country Office, as well as Benson in WFP Chad. And we have Sunny Akura from WFP Nigeria as well. So welcome to you all. Thank you for joining in, and I'm sure other people will join us as we continue with this webinar. Supervising. How long have you been a supervisor? Idea of where we're at? In the meantime, Markson Makonta has also introduced himself. He says he's a logistics officer, Maiduguri Station, Nigeria, with the current location logistics hub. Great. Thank you. So, it's great of you are in the same location, same country offices, because I think you will find as you go through that, when you run into each other, or if you happen to be in the same office, it can help to have a buddy, to have somebody who's doing a similar training, and to share notes on it. And for those of you who may not have another colleague in the office, or in the region, let's say the area where you're located, also on the training program, do the chat function and use the contacts that you can make within this supervision, and throughout the program, to reach out to each other and to just support each other and let each other know where you're at in the program and how it's going for you. And I'll show you a little bit later how that can work. So really, my day with this webinar is to really welcome you to the course, to help you understand what to expect from it, and to help you navigate through the WeLearn and through the materials, so that you're clear as to what to expect. It is a learning program that goes on for, and so it's very important that you're clear what to expect, and we'll also show you how we support you and how we guide you through the program. So next.
Hello. Yes, you are breaking in. I can hardly get you. You are breaking in, please.
For clearly, could you type in just to check people who are not able to hear me?
Hello everyone, Noki is trying to join in again, so please wait for some time. She's trying to log in again.
Hi everyone, this is Vaishnavi speaking. I am working with Nookie on the Supervising for Zero Hunger program. Can everyone hear me? If you can hear me, just put a thumbs up or a yes in the chat box. That would be great. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna chime in while Nookie's gonna get back onto the call. So I'm just gonna move to the next slide. So first we're gonna go over the program content. So basically when we created the program, we did a learning needs analysis and we asked supervisors all over the organization what they thought were the key areas and skills they need in as supervisors in WFP. So based on those findings that we got from the learning needs analysis, we created a model for this program, which is based on 4 key areas. So the first one is planning. So in this area, you define your team's goals, you prioritize, you plan your work daily, monthly, and weekly. You can delegate with your team members and manage your time. The next main area was guiding, so providing a space to encourage a feedback culture with your colleagues. So here it says provide continuous and constructive recognition and developmental feedback, invite feedback for your own self-improvement, and manage conflict and difficult conversations among your team. The next area is engaging. So here you engage with your peers and partners in true collaboration. You interact with both internal partners, meaning your staff members and colleagues, but also external partners, so your partners outside of the organization. Negotiating effectively with others and maintaining strong relationships with your partners, like I mentioned. And the last part, main theme, is improving. So this is to improve your team's performance, to brainstorm different ideas with your team, and identify various opportunities to innovate and be creative. Okay, so based on these 4 key themes that we came up with in the model, we also created the learning journey for the program. So here you can see the various phases we have in our program. So it is an 8-week program, but before those 8 weeks, we provide a month to participants for preparatory activities. So that's the introduction part. And then we have the plan, guide, engage, and improve phase, which are all 2 weeks long for each phase. So after the improve phase, we provide another month for learners for continued learning. So there will be multiple sustainment activities and a graduation. So if we look here are the tools and concepts for each phase. So in the preparation phase, we have a supervisor analysis, which is a recommended 180-degree feedback survey. So we send this survey to the supervisors, the reportees, and their line managers to find out more about their supervisory skills and areas for development. And then in this phase, we also encourage supervisors to meet with their line manager and discuss what their learning objectives are going to be for the entire program. And we also provide an e-learning for learners to look at our supervisor model and learn what it's like to be, what the roles and responsibilities are of a supervisor at WFP. And then moving on to the plan phase, these 2 weeks are about planning and delegating. So you'll be focusing on aligning your plan with your country's strategic plan and using different tools that we provide, like the urgent important matrix, and creating and using the team member analysis template. We also encourage participants to create SMART objectives, which are SMART achievable goals. The next 2 weeks are the guide phase. So this phase is focused on giving and receiving feedback. We provide various tips on how to give and receive feedback, and we also provide some models such as the Situation Behavior Impact Model, SBI, and the Interest-Based Relation Model, IBR. The next 2 weeks are the engage phase, and this is all about partnering. So here we look at win-win negotiation principles, tips to maintain strong relationships with your partners, and we help participants practice different active listening techniques. And the last phase is the improve phase, which is all about improving your entire team's performance and evaluating results. So we encourage participants to do after-action reviews, soliciting feedback, and creating a space for creativity and innovation, and letting their team members express their opinions and ideas. And the last phase is the wrap-up, which is where we ask participants to do the supervisor analysis again, and we will send it to their reportees and managers as well, so we can see how they've improved their skills over the course of this learning journey. They will also have a final meeting with their manager and the graduation ceremony online, which participants really appreciated in the pilots. Okay. So for this program, we have various delivery modes. The first one is our e-learning, which we have created all online with different characters. And this one is Maria, and we have someone else called Decca. And in the e-learning, it's an interactive learning resource that goes over all the different topics we're going to cover in that specific phase. The second one is our on-the-job assignments. This is the main strength of our program. We ask participants to do a practical assignment, and this is where they'll really talk to their managers and interact with them. And what's great about these on-the-job assignments is also that we ask a lot of reflective questions. So what happened? What was supposed to happen? Why did this happen? And how can we improve it for next time coming forward? The third one are the webinars. So this is with the facilitator as well as the entire classroom. So participants get to talk about their different challenges they experienced during this phase, or what they liked about this phase, and the different tools that we provide. And it's great to exchange your ideas and thoughts with each other in this webinar. The fourth one is a personal tutor session where you get to have a one-on-one session with the facilitator, and this is a completely safe space for you to express your challenges again and your objectives for the rest of the program and the phase with the facilitator. And the last one is the workbook. Here it says it's a supervisor journal, but that's from the pilots phase. We've now called it the workbook, and this provides an overview of all the tools and activities that we give in that phase. So a typical 2-week phase consists of an e-learning, which is about 20 to 30 minutes, the webinar with your classroom, which is 1 hour, the on-the-job practical assignment, which is 1.5 hours, and the personal tutor session, which is also 1 hour. So your weekly commitment would be about 2 to 3 hours over this 8-week course of the program. Does anyone have any questions so far?
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, please.
The timing for the 2 weeks, 2 to 3 hours in a week.
Yes.
Is it going to be, we are the one to suggest the timing so that it will be in line with our program, or you are the one to have a time, say, okay, it's from so time to this time?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please? I didn't catch that properly.
Yeah, what I'm asking is that we have the 2 to 3 hours in a week study.
Yes.
So within these 2 to 3 hours for the week study, are we the one to say, okay, this is the time that is convenient for me from, let's say, from 1,300 hours to 1,500 hours, I will be free, or you will be the one to suggest for us, okay, that every week from so time to so time we are going to be online so that we can be able to program our activities and hook up at that time?
I would say it's completely up to you, especially for the e-learning and the on-the-job practical assignment. That's whenever you feel you're comfortable and available to complete those different activities. The webinar is scheduled at a certain time, so that will be 1 hour, a mandatory time for everyone at the same time. And the tutor session is also scheduled at a specific time, but if you can't make it, you can let the our NIT team know about 3 days in advance, and they can try to reschedule it for you if you can't attend it at that specific time. Does that make things a little more clear?
Yeah, thank you for your explanation.
Sure, no problem. Okay.
Hello?
Okay, so hello?
Yeah, this is
Hi.
Bright. Yeah, my name is Bright.
Hi, nice to meet you, Bright.
Yeah, thank you. My question is this: for the e-learning topics,
Yes.
would they be found in my learning profile in WFP Go?
Well, so I'm going to take you through the WeLearn learning journey just to show you a little demo of what each phase consists of. So when you do access the learning journey, you can see you get immediate access to the e-learning, which provides all the tools and concepts, and as well as the on-the-job practice.
Okay.
So I will show you later on in the webinar if that's okay.
Okay. In case, one can always go there and complete whatever e-learning that you need to complete at any time.
Yes, you can complete that. And
Within the period of this program.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so here's the program overview. So as you see, right now we're in the preparation phase. So this is where you go over the program introduction, the first supervisor analysis, the e-learning, the introduction webinar, which we're attending right now, and the kickoff meeting. And so here are the different dates of when each phase is going to open throughout the program. And then also during each phase, you'll get to work on your supervising workbook and other online discussions with your social learning facilitator. So 2 months after the wrap-up phase, after the graduation webinar and the wrap-up phase, that's when we recommend you to take the second supervisor analysis 180-degree survey. Okay. So now we're going to look at the specific dates for your particular session. So here, if you want to take a look, we're in the preparation phase right now, and we have just a couple of weeks, just over 10 days to go. So this is also on WeLearn, and you can access your schedule in the preparation phase. So here, this is your facilitator. This is Innocentia Sikata from Ghana, and she's very excited to work with everyone. And Meena Singh is our social learning facilitator. So for each phase, she will be interacting with all of you on our social discussion forum and asking you reflective questions about each phase. And then our team in India for our service provider is Priya, who's on the call right now helping us with technical assistance, Prasad, and Anjali, who's also on the call. So if you need any technical assistance whatsoever, you can contact them. And then on the WFP team, there's Nuki, of course, and there's myself. And if you have any questions, please write to Supervising for Zero Hunger at WFP.org. Okay, so I'm just going to put up a poll. I just want to see, just to get a little more idea of where everyone's at with using WeLearn. Please be honest. How do you feel about using WeLearn? Do you feel fully confident using any resources on WeLearn? Have you used some resources on WeLearn, but you think it'll be okay? And have you had a look at WeLearn, but don't feel very comfortable using it? Or have you never looked at WeLearn before this program?
Hello?
Hello? Hi.
Yeah, is the question for all of us?
This is for
Do we
everyone.
need to
Yes.
cast our vote, or I did
Yes.
mine already?
Okay, I'm just waiting for another 30 seconds. But it looks like a lot of people have used WeLearn before or have at least taken a look at it, which is great.
Yeah,
I've clicked on it, but I can only see the screen, my screen, so I'm not sure if others have clicked.
Ah, okay. Here, now we can see. Is it better now?
Yes, now it's updated.
Okay, great. Okay, so I will go to WeLearn and try to open this up. If you just give me a minute. Sorry, it's just taking a little bit of time. It'll just take another minute or so.
Hello,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Sorry?
Yes, this is Bernard from Guinea-Bissau. Can you hear me?
Hi, Bernard, I can hear you.
Okay. I just wanted to ask if we can ask any question to one of these two supervisors. I mean, that one from Ghana and the other one from India.
Yes, that's what your personal tutor session is for. So if I go back to the presentation over here. Here we go. So this is Innocentia. She's your main facilitator. So when you do have your one-on-one session, it's a safe space for you to express any concerns or comments and anything you want to work on personally as a supervisor at WFP. So it's confidential and it's completely safe space.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, so I'm just going to present my desktop now to show how the program looks on WeLearn. Okay, can everyone see my desktop right now?
Not yet.
Okay, and if everyone can kindly put themselves on mute, that would be great, just so that we can increase the bandwidth and everyone can hear clearly. Okay, so this is what the overall learning journey looks like on WeLearn. So right now, as you can see, we are in the preparation phase, and the plan, guide, engage, improve, and so on. These phases are locked for now, but once each phase opens up, it will unlock. So right, as you can see, we are on the Path tab over here in this black banner over here. So this is where you get to access all the activities in your main learning journey. So this is the welcome phase where you can look at.
Oh, sorry, we still can't see the screen.
I'm not seeing anything now. Mine is still reading.
Can everyone see right now?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, now I can see.
Okay, great.
Mine is still loading. Still loading.
Okay. Hopefully will come up soon. Okay, so as you can see, we're in the welcome phase, and you can see the welcome video. This is where you get to access your supervisor analysis, which is the 180-degree feedback. And then here, this is important. So you can create your profile on WeLearn here if you haven't already done so. You can upload your photo so that the rest of your classroom and your facilitator can see your friendly face. So if you click on the People tab over here, this is where you get to see the facilitators. So over here, this is where an Essentia would essentially come up, and so would Mina, the social learning facilitator. And if you scroll down over here, this is where you get to see who the rest of your peers are in this session. So I do definitely recommend everyone to put up their photos because it's nice to put a face to everyone's names. And then if you go to the Share tab over here, this is where the social learning facilitator, Mina, will be, starting her different discussions with everyone on each phase. And if you want to start a discussion with your peers and ask a question about something related to a particular phase, please go ahead. You can just type in here and then click on Post and start a discussion. And then finally, if you click on the Activity tab, this helps you see which stage you're at in the program and what activities you have completed. So I'm just going to go back to the Path tab over here. So right now we're in the Get Ready phase. So as you can see, this is the attendance sheet for the introduction webinar. And over here it says placeholder. So after this, we are currently recording this webinar. So for those of you who were not able to attend it, we will be uploading a recording of the webinar over here. Or if anyone would like to take a look at the webinar again. And then if you click on the next activity, this is the e-learning. So this e-learning will provide an introduction to what the roles and responsibility of a supervisor at WFP are. And then here you can also access your workbook. I'd say the most important activity of this phase is the kickoff meeting, where you'll have to meet with your manager and sign a program participation contract. And then you can download the PDF over here, get it signed by yourself and your manager, and then upload it again and send it to us. So to upload it, you just have to click on Add a File down here. Okay, so that's it for WeLearn right now. Okay, I'm just gonna skip the slides on WeLearn since we've already done that. Okay, so to keep track of your status in the program, so we suggest a variety of things. So first, print out the schedule, the one we had a look at a few minutes ago. It's really great in keeping track. I'll also check the dates on your learning journey in WeLearn, so when each phase is going to open. Please do accept the Outlook calendar invites for your tutor sessions and the webinars, so we also get an idea of who is attending, and so does the facilitator. Take note of the program emails. So we do provide a sort of weekly status email on different tasks that are still pending for you to complete. And also, I think at the beginning, every 2 weeks, you will get a progress report dashboard to see an overall, a huge overview on your completion of different activities in the program. Okay. All right, moving on to the supervisor role at WFP. Okay, so basically the main objective of the program is to create a common understanding of what it means, what it truly means to be an effective supervisor at WFP. And it's also to strengthen your ability and deliver quality results. Okay, so I have a question for everyone. If you could kindly type in the chat box, what characteristics does a great supervisor have? Self-discipline, yes. Thank you, Adumu. Good listener, yes. And we'll be looking at that in the engage phase with our active listening techniques. Listen to all your supervisees, yes, definitely. Again, in the engage phase. Thank you, Colin. Leadership qualities, yes. Thank you, Susan. Patience, I definitely agree. Thank you. Honesty, respect, focus, and passion for the job. I definitely agree with you. Thank you, Marlene. Team spirit, respects all views. Yes, definitely. So working with your team, providing that space for everyone to feel open in there. Respect everyone's views. Thank you. Okay, and I also have another question. How do you know how you are doing as a supervisor? Respect for subordinate and superiors. Yes, thank you, Adamu. Ability
Good
to
relationship with your colleagues.
Yes, thank you. May I know
Yes,
who said
I'm
that?
not appearing here. I don't know. My name is not
Bernard?
appearing here. I write something, but it seems that I'm not directly connected on link.
Okay, is this Bernard?
Yes.
Okay, I read your comment. Good relationship with your colleagues. Yes, I definitely
Good.
agree.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Good.
Ability to measure success and failure. Yes, definitely. Feedback from your reportees. Thank you. Yes. That's in the guide phase as well. Feedback from body language. That is a good point. Thank you, Blessing. And when more staff rely on you as a supervisor for help. Thank you, Marlene. All right, we will move on to the next slide. So we just want to provide some tips and tricks for you throughout the program. So we suggest you get your managers and your team members support throughout the program. It will definitely help you throughout this journey. Use the supervisor analysis to discuss your expectations and your learning objectives for the whole course of the program and also after the program. Defend your learning time. Yes, you can complete some activities on your own time, but please, we do appreciate your time commitment to the program. It really does help you a lot. Complete each phase in the indicated time frame. Yeah, that's also a very good point because otherwise it tends to get a little more difficult to catch up to the next phase if you're not on track with each phase. Become each other's support networks. So we do like everyone to collaborate with each other. Please help each other out when you can, as well as your team members. And make the new tools a habit. So for example, myself and Nookie, we participated as participants in the pilot sessions in RBJ, and we took some tools from the planning phase, like the urgent, important matrix, to help us plan better. Hi.
I'm Caroline.
Hi, Caroline. How are you?
I'm okay.
How can I help you?
I'm part of this training.
Okay.
Sorry that I joined late.
No worries. Okay, so welcome. I'm just talking about... Sorry?
I'm from Liberia.
Liberia, that's
Caroline,
great. Thank you.
Caranta.
Okay, great. So welcome. I'm just talking about some different tips and tricks we recommend for learners to get through the program. So make the new tools a habit. So as I was saying, Nookie and I were using different tools from different phases. And again,
but we finish our
okay. Thank you for that. And again, teach others. So we definitely recommend you to share what you learn with people in your team or people in different division. The more sharing is caring. So I think it's great if you share your different experiences and takeaways with everyone. Okay, and next steps. So again, we've just finished the webinar. Please do your supervisor analysis and so that you can discuss the results and your objectives with your manager. And please take a look at the e-learning and complete it. It will help you for the remaining phases of the program. And let's move back here. So basically, learning objectives of the program are to understand this, the learning objectives are to understand the structure of the program, to know how to access the materials and to stay on track, to know how to use WeLearn, manage your learning, and know what the next steps are. That was the objective of this webinar. So does anyone have any questions? So I am recording this webinar and I will upload it later on WeLearn. But thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time and attending this webinar. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to connecting with you soon for the rest of the program.
Thank you, but I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah, now that we have kickstarted this program, you have just told us about the series of trainings, both webinar and e-training.
Yeah.
I want to know, how is the assessment like? Performance assessment or whatever.
The supervisor analysis, basically, it's an online survey on SurveyMonkey, and it just asks you to rate these. We ask a lot of questions, but we ask you to rate like your different skills on a scale of 1 to 5, or a strongly disagree to a strongly agree sort of scale. Does that make sense?
Yeah, strongly. That is a Likert type structure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that is okay.
And so we ask your managers and your 2 reportees or colleagues similar questions, and they provide with the same sort of scale kind of answer options. So then we combine those results and your results.
Okay. Okay. What about a supervisor or an intending supervisor who does not have a reportee, or where that has only one? What happens?
If you don't have any reportees, that's fine. You can provide the name and email of a colleague that you work with in the same team or in a different team. That's also fine. Someone who knows how you work and who works closely with you is fine as well.
Okay, it's okay. That's very good.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other questions?
Yeah, I have a small question to raise.
Yes, please.
Yeah, like myself, my subordinate are in the field. My reportees. So how will I be getting access to them, because we are not in the same duty station? They only report to me normally through online.
Well, sorry, can you repeat the question, please? I'm not sure if
I say, how can people like me that I'm in a different place with my reportees are far away from where I am, but they normally report through online to me via mail and phone call. So if you are to assess them and use their assessment on me, how will you do it?
We can still, I mean, the survey is online and it still, I think, applies even if you do interact with them remotely. So I think it still should be okay. But if you would prefer to provide colleagues that you work with directly face to face rather than your reportees, that's also fine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, does anyone else have any questions? I see a few people are typing. Okay, great. So the actual course opens up on March 19th. So that's when you get to access all the activities in the preparatory phase. But right now, you're still open to, on WeLearn, everything's open in the preparatory phase. So you have access to all of those preparation activities. Thank you, Sunday. We can't wait to connect with you, and we look forward to hearing how you feel about the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Blessing and Markson. Okay, thank you, everyone. So I'm going to sign off, but please feel free to contact myself or Nookie or write to Supervising for Zero Hunger at WFP.org for any questions. Welcome to the program, and we look forward to connecting with you later. Thank you.